Well, hello there. Here we are, my third night of making recordings. My 10th night, yes, 10 nights, with no sleep. Well, tonight will be the 10th, and I'm pretty clear it's probably not going to happen tonight. So far I've had 9 nights with no sleep. And when I say no sleep, I mean no sleep until maybe 7 in the morning ish. One night I threw myself into bed at 5:30, but that was useless. I listened to music and the Calm app for about an hour and a half. So really, I have not gone to sleep until 7 a.m. Uh, and I usually sleep for 2, maybe 3 hours, except for last night. Last night was really a doozy. I started back on this stupid taper of Ambien. So I'm taking a quarter of a pill, which means 2.5 milligrams. And it hasn't really been working. So I took Seroquel 2 nights ago for the first time. Small dose, 25 milligrams. I have some patients at work who are on 100 up to 300 milligrams, but we started me on a slow dose, low dose, because I'm highly susceptible to meds, apparently. Anyhow, so I took the Seroquel, and I don't know what happened. I've never been on crack before, but I have a feeling this is what it's like because I was up probably, let's see, I took the pill probably at about between 2 and 3 a.m. and my legs were crazy. I couldn't sit still. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything to make myself feel better. I had to get up and walk around. I had to lay my legs over the bed. I had to get up and come sit in the chair to put my legs in a dependent position. I did everything. I just could not relax. So I was up not only not sleeping because I'm not sleeping, and now I really couldn't because I have this restless leg syndrome that was just exacerbated. But I'm pretty sure that's Seroquel. I have no other reason why it would have just gone up the same night. So I thought, oh, this was a freaking nightmare yet again. So I fell asleep. I was up in the living room leaning against the sofa doing leg lifts like this at 7 in the morning, and my daughter went tootling by to go to work, and she took one look. She looked over and she goes, and she went out the door like nothing surprises her anymore. She doesn't know where she's gonna find me. Um, anyhow, so finally, that was at 7:09 in the morning. I threw myself in bed and I went, screw this. Let's see what happens now. And I fell asleep, and I woke up at 1:30 in the afternoon. I looked around and I go, oh, 1:30. Okay. I fell back asleep until like 4 in the afternoon. At least I got some sleep, but it's just in the wrong time of day. My circadian rhythm, I have none at this point, really was all messed up. Anyhow, so in my trying to step down and get off of this Ambien, I'm taking 2.5 milligrams, so a quarter of a pill, and 25 milligrams of Seroquel. Like I said, not really working out in my favor. So the next night, which was last night, it's kind of all a wash for me right now. Wednesday night, I said, "Oh Lord, what am I going to do? I don't really want to try that Seroquel again because it just did not work in my favor, and I couldn't go with these cracked legs all night long again." So I debated and debated. I also had I went back to the doctor on Tuesday. Again, I'm having a little trouble remembering my days, what was when. It's just been one big circle for so many days. Anyhow, I got two different prescriptions. Another one is called Ramelteon, and it's supposed to be like melatonin on steroids. But I told my doctor I don't want anything. I don't want to go from one pill to another. And he says, "Oh no, this one's supposed to be pretty simple but effective." And then when I read the little side effects paperwork that comes with the medication, it says you may end up doing things at night that you don't remember, and you won't remember whatsoever the next morning. I'm like, well, shit, that's just Ambien all over again for me. And the last thing I need is that. I will end up walking down. People say when you're on sleeping pills, you do nighttime eating, get in a car and drive away. Well, I'll never do that. I'm not worried about it because that would mean I'd have to go down 14 steps. I'd have to find my keys. And I don't drive in the dark. Plus, more importantly, I won't go out in the cold at night. So I'm never ever worried about that. The eating, that's a whole nother story. Anyhow, so last night I just took that sleeping pill at 2 a.m., decided I had to try the Seroquel again. I have to do the step down that we planned out with my doctor. And I think at about 5:30, I started to fall asleep. So I threw myself in bed, listened to my, what do we call it, binaural beats music again, just under my pillow. Um, and I think I fell asleep sometime, I'm not even sure, around 5:30ish. And then I woke up at 7 because my legs were starting to get a little antsy again. I'm like, oh, here we go. So I said, that's it. I got to get up and take a nice hot shower, maybe relax my legs. So I got up at about 7:30, took a nice hot shower, and so there I sat at 8 a.m. I'm like, now what am I going to do? I knew I was going to meet a friend at noon for coffee. Tea only, not coffee. So I knew I was tired and I wasn't going to make it. So I set my phone alarm for 11 o'clock. So I sat on the sofa and watched my little morning programs like I do, and I went like this. I just plumb fell over on the sofa. I woke up an hour later because my alarm went off. So I reset it for 45 minutes later because I was already dressed and ready to go out today. So my alarm went off and I got up at 11:45 and I put my shoes on and headed out the door to meet my girlfriend. So then I thought, well, now what am I going to do? I have to keep myself busy, and if I go home, I will sit on the sofa and I will probably doze off. So I ran some errands, I went and had my nails done. Look at my nails look better. New color today. What else did I do? I don't know, but I'm doing everything I can to keep myself busy in the day. Came home and asked my daughter, please help me put that exercise equipment together so I can do some exercises, particularly now that I know my legs are going to be bothering me in the middle of the night. And she didn't help me very much, so I still have no exercise equipment. So I will be walking the halls back and forth, doing leg lifts, stretching out. Might even turn on a YouTube channel for yoga stretches. Who knows? But again, this 70-inch TV, I shouldn't be turning on at night because it wakes me up. So that's part of my dilemma. Should I do it or should I not? What else was I going to tell you about? Oh, yeah. The other time I was on here, I was telling you about what a nightmare I am when I travel with people. I do feel bad for people who travel with me. We have so much fun by day, but nighttime when they're all tired, they want to go to sleep. I, on the other hand, am like, ooh, what the hell am I going to do now? So I always, again, I'm a nighttime snacker. So I bring snacks with me because I know I'm going to be eating. So I always have a little package of crackers or cookies or whatever I find, little bags of popcorn. And I always snack in the middle of the night. A couple months ago, last summer, I was staying with a girlfriend of mine who had just redone her living room and kitchen, and she had brand new sofas. And so she went to bed, and I, of course, was up watching TV. But as per normal, I was snacking on something. And the next morning, when I eventually got up, she's like, you got up last night, right, eating. And I apparently dropped a little piece of chocolate on her brand new sofa. Oh my God, I felt so bad. Then I go to another friend's house, and she has like a separate bedroom on the other side of her house. And she calls me in advance, what late night snacks are you going to need? What do you like? So she had all these crackers and chips in the room for me and some water bottles. She laid out, her husband showed me which remote, because she has like 4 remotes that I can't handle. Anyhow, so people know in advance when I'm coming, what they're in store for. Like I said, I went to Hawaii with these 2 gals, and we had a suite with a sofa bed in the living room and then the beds in the bedroom. And I said, you 2 take the bedroom. Nobody wants to sleep with me. So I slept in the living room on the sofa bed, and they kept saying, we could trade nights. And I go, no, no worries. I'm up. I don't care. I can sleep anywhere when I do fall asleep finally. So this has been part of my dilemma as well. I love to travel. That's what keeps me busy. And I go to my sister's house, and they go upstairs and go to bed, and I stay downstairs on my brother-in-law's comfortable chair, and that's where I fall asleep, and then I eventually walk myself upstairs and go to bed. And Gina says, every night I see you, you're just sitting in Steve's chair. And I go, yeah, that's my MO. What can I say? I have to watch TV. They don't have a TV in my bedroom there. So I sit in his comfy little recliner chair and watch TV. Anyhow, when I went to Hawaii with the girls, I I hadn't traveled with them for a while, so I gave them fair warning what I was like. I'm good by day. I'm really actually quite fun. However, nighttime, I'm a freaking nightmare. So they went to bed in the bedroom because they were all tired, and I stayed up and watched TV. And then I tried not to watch TV, but of course that's pretty much what I did. I read magazines. I read a book. I think I even played a card game by myself. Anyhow, one night I somehow or other had run out of sleeping pills. I don't know how because I usually count them out for where I'm going, and I didn't have one. So I was up the whole freaking night. I tried that elixir that I had bought there, that CBD elixir. Again, tastes like shit. It didn't help me for some reason. I clearly have a very strong mind that doesn't allow me to relax. So, yeah, these are the trials and tribulations of being stuck on a sleeping pill and all the different things. I mean, it affects my friends when I stay at their house. It affects the poor people who travel with me. Again, I'm fun by day, but when nighttime rolls around, I am persona non grata. When I travel with these three ladies, we've gone everywhere. We've been to China, Spain, Italy, Paris. And half the time we switch up rooms, who's sharing with who. And I'm pretty sure they're in the background tossing a coin going, you have to sleep with Lisa tonight. No, you have to sleep with her. I'm sure nobody wants to sleep with me. One night, Lisa and I were in Paris. This wasn't my sleeping pill problem, but we flew from Seattle to Paris. And by the time we got to our hotel, it was, I don't know, late at night, somehow or other. So we said, okay, we'll get up in the morning at about 9 o'clock and start our day venturing out through Paris. We woke up and it was 2 in the afternoon. We're like, shit, we just missed half of our day in Paris. I'm not even sure I'm going to chalk that one up to the sleeping pill. But I do know sometimes I miss some good opportunities because of it. Anyhow, those are some other little dilemmas that have been troubling me. Yeah, so night 10 tonight. I kind of think tapering off this medication should be starting to work, but I feel like my legs, my restless legs, are so bad that it's not allowing me to sleep. My mind and my body, and certainly my eyes, are telling me, go to sleep. You are so tired. But now this restless leg syndrome's kicked in. I don't know, this is a nightmare. I have tried the rose spray on my pillows. I'm getting some passion fruit extract to take a couple drops before I go to bed. I do have one of those satin pillowcases, which is supposed to help you sleep better. I'm kind of afraid it'll ruin my fake eyelashes, so I'm a little reluctant to try that. I'm drinking hot tea, wherever the hell it is right now. I reheat this tea, this chamomile tea, probably 4 times all night, just so I can keep drinking it, because warm is better, cold is not. Cold is stimulating, it wakes you up. I have so many things that people have suggested to me that I'm going to try them and see what happens. Anyhow, I just had to share with you all my 3rd video, my 10th goddamn night. Again, I'm going to reiterate to everybody, don't take sleeping pills. And if you must, just try melatonin or sleepy time tea or exercise in the day and wear your body out if you're not reluctant to be out in the cold. Okay, that's it for the night. Have a good evening, and I'm sure you'll hear back from me soon. Bye.